Today's video has been brought to you by this fish tank. No, seriously. I was rearranging my fish tank, and I thought of this build as I was reading the description of a fish. So, yeah, that's fascinating, isn't it? Hello, delicious people. Welcome to another video. Today, I decided to go with a full-on setup. And a full-on setup is based on, hey, have you ever wanted to use the Laetum with Yareli, but because of her passive, there's a bit of an issue with both of the, I forget what they're called, evolutions? Yeah, both of the evolutions that are like meta. Well, I have a solution for that. It's actually Zeta's Whisper. And yeah, as I show you what I'm thinking, I will tell you exactly why Zeta's Whisper can do this. So yeah, here we go. So first things first, I will be showing you the Yareli build. Keep in mind that I will also be showing you Archon shards. First things first, we will be using Corrosive. So we're going to be using these two. It's a full-on setup today, so we're going to be doing a little bit of a pass through Yareli. But yeah, she uses these. You do not need to have You do not need to use Tau Forged Archon shards. You only need the regular ones. I just did this because I had them. Because I've been playing for a really long time, and I actually love farming Archon shards. So that's just my weird thing. We're also not going to be using Energize, even though we're going to be using a ability spamming build. Because we have efficientness on energy orbs, 2 of them, for a lot of energy when we pick up an orb. We'll also be using casting speed, as this is very important. However, if you don't mind casting slowly, it should be fine, since Zeta's Whisper and her bubbles are extremely fast. Though, this is actually my level cap build. I have not level capped with her yet, but I know it can do it. Speaking of her build, there's Zeta's Whisper on the 4, because Zeta's Whisper basically is going to go on top of one of your subsume slots, and you already has technically 3 if you don't like the board, but mostly like 2 of them if you know what the board can do, which is, I will show you right now, 4 seconds of invulnerability. We're going to be using this for the invulnerability, not the damage reduction, the vulnerability. We're also going to be using Sea Snares to essentially increase our damage. We're using Aqua Blades for CC if we need it, but we don't usually need it. And Zeta's Whisper, definitely. We're going to do 2 Umbra mods for power, strength, and health. Continuity for more duration on Zeta's Whisper. Fast Deflection, Vigilante Vigor, Catalyzing Shields for shield gating. To be also extremely lazy shield gating as long as you don't get hit as often. We're also going to be using Rolling Guard to defend, especially since we will also have, let me see, 51 shield recharge rate per second after a 0.2 second delay. So as long as we're immune to damage, we should be able to get a full shield gate, which is going to be 1.3 seconds, which is going to be nice. Loyal Mariluna, of course, as shield gating, getting the extended shield gate is much more of a Loyal Mariluna style. We have Arcane Aegis for even more shield recovered rate. Yes, although it's not maxed, unfortunately. And we're going to be using Arcane Velocity for more fire rate. Also, Prime Sure-Footed, I'm sorry, I do kind of sort of recommend this, as we are not going to be on the board. And Steel Charge just for the space. Although, if you want, is this the one? Yeah, she has this. So you can use Corrosive Projection if you want. You can also use Brief Respite? I think I'll go with Brief Respite just because I don't really have it, so... I forgot that I didn't have Brief Respite on. I'm supposed to have Brief Respite on, but I think I was leveling her, and I wanted to fit Mariluna's mod, so, yeah. So, when it comes to the Laetum, which is also going to be good, we'll be using the Incarnate form, which you can make exploding shots, fully auto, more fire rate, magazine reloaded when holstered, headshots gain 50% more Incarnate transmutation charge, and the on hit that is neither a critical nor applies status effect, 400% damage stacks up to 3 times. Keep in mind that this is affected by Zata's Whisper, because Zata's Whisper adds a non-critting extra hit. So that's why we're able to do this. We're also going to be using this for the build. I'm not going to go through my train of thought. I'm just going to show it to you. Galvanized Diffusion, Galvanized Shot. We're going to go with Corrosive and Cold for more crit damage. Though you could also slip in a Heat mod here instead. But I will show you why I don't have this, which is going to be very interesting. We're going to be going Creeping Bullseye for more crit. Prime Target Cracker for crit damage, and Hornet Strike for more upfront damage, as well as Secondary Merciless mainly for the reload speed. Although, the reason why I'm not going with Shiver is actually because of a very interesting situation. Shiver does not work on AoE. So, because we're gonna be using this as an AoE, not a pseudo AoE, where we're gonna be shooting things indirectly, then we're not going to be using Shiver, unfortunately. If it did work on AoE, this would be broken. But I'm not sure if it's bugged or if they're just going to leave it that way, but yeah, it just unfortunately does not work. Although this literally works like a cold proc, so no, a viral proc, so yeah. Unfortunate. But yeah. That was the build, and I want to show you the demonstration, but I would like to not show you the simulacrum because I believe we are running out of time. So yeah, I'll see you directly in the demonstration. Your eyes do not deceive you. I feel so confident in this build, I brought this woman to Conjunction Survival level 200. Woo! Okay.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to
Let's do this.
you from this place.
Where is my Zata's Whisper? There it is. There we go. So much damage. Also, I'm not going to pop it in here because it would be a little bit cheating. So I'm going to avoid this area. As you can see, on the top right, I am in fact getting the triple stars, which is the icon for the thing. What's it called? Is it, I think it's called Devouring Attrition, or is it called the other attrition? One of the attrition. There we go. I also didn't mention that because of the Zata's Whisper, we are getting way more Incarnate, which is very nice. What else can I explain? Oh, yeah, it works on Acolytes. That's another thing I can say as well. It actually works on Acolytes. But somebody would say, oh, the Laetum doesn't work on Acolytes. That's because they're using Devouring Attrition. Devouring Attrition does not affect Acolytes. However, the other one that increases damage you are doing does. Also, I forgot to mention, we're using Matarai. This is a full-on setup. Like, we're even using Matarai on this bitch because Matarai is going to benefit us the most. So, yeah, we're having a great time. Did I just do 400,000 on the body shot? Okay, let me just gotta make sure I keep this up. Oh no. Oh yeah, I'll see you at the Acolyte. Oh look! Sentience! And Sentience. Oh, and there. Hey.
Sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Okay, we got everybody playing today. Hold on, let me get Incarnate.
The Sentient has detected you.
Oh.
Fighters incoming.
Where'd she go? There she is. Yeah, see? Although I think I ran out of Matarai's buff before that happened, but yeah. Even though it ran out of Matarai's buff, it ended up doing pretty well. Where's the Sentient? Did I just shoot a sentient without even knowing that I shot it? Where is he? We're not leaving until all the sentients are dead. Are they just dead? Hello? Ow. Okay, I'm assuming the sentients are dead. I'm just gonna go. Anyway. Oh my god!
Out, the deeper I can search.
Okay, yeah, let's try this.
Hiding Lua
I also have an amp. I want. It'd be cool if, like, Zata's Whisper worked on the amp, but it literally is just void damage anyway, so not really necessary. Yeah, that was a demonstration. I'll see you in the outro. Man, I'm over here trying to use Matarai and shit, and I actually ended up not being able to do it fast enough. However, I think you should go with any school you want, honestly. Matarai is just like something that I thought was funny, so yeah. Alright, and I also remembered that I forgot to show you my drone, unfortunately, but I will quickly go over that as well as everything else. I'll see if I could go over it as quickly as possible and clearly as possible. Okay, here we go. So, the Yareli build. We're going to be going with Brief Respite, Prime Sure-Footed, Continuity, Prime Continuity, Umbra Intensify, Umbra Vitality, Vigilante Vigor, Loyal Maraluna, Rolling Guard, Catalyzing Shields, and Fast Deflection, as well as Arcane Velocity. And this is supposed to be maxed. Unfortunately, it's not maxed. Arcane Aegis. We are going to go with Zata's Whisper on the Subsume over the 4. Although you can put it over the 3 if you want to keep the 4. But you do want to keep the board because of the 4-second shield gate. That's completely free. And you're going to be doing effective instant energy orbs, 2 of them. We're going to be doing casting speed, 1 of them. And 2 corrosive procs for full armor strip. We're also going to be utilizing a drone, which is going to have Frostbite, Pistol Pestilence, Scorch, and Incendiary Isotope for a slight armor strip, as well as Viral, although the armor strip is going to be handled by the weapon, so it's not entirely necessary to have Scorch. However, if you don't want to use that, you could always swap to Electricity, which would do a lot more CC. Although we do have Incendiary Isotope and Creeping Bullseye for Tenacious Bond, Manifold Bond, Arc Coil, Vacuum, the 4 most important mods. Everything else is completely optional. And we were using Matarai, although judging from how it went, you do not need it. Maraluna, of course, cannot be modded. We're going to be using Laetum with Evolution 1, the Incarnate form, turns it into a fully auto pseudo AoE. We'll be using Fire Rate. We'll be using Magazine Reloaded when holstered. We'll be using Headshots Gather More Incarnate. We're going to be using On Hit is neither crit nor applies a status. Plus 400% damage for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. Zata's Whisper will trigger this, so you can go with a crit setup, allowing you to do a lot more damage than you would think. So we're also going to be using Maraluna. Sorry, not Maraluna. But this is going to be the build. We're going to be using Galvanized Diffusion, Galvanized Shot, Pistol Pestilence, Creeping Bullseye, Hornet Strike, Prime Target Cracker, Jolt, Frostbite, Secondary Merciless. You can also go with let me see, Lethal Memento over here, although I cannot fit it. You can also go with a Steady Hands if you want to, which could also work very well. And yeah, that was the build. And keep in mind, another piece of information before we go. The Acolytes are not affected by, Devouring Attrition. It's only affected by Overwhelming Attrition. That means if you want to take this weapon alone by itself, you want Overwhelming Attrition. But if you're bringing an Acolyte Killer, it's very good to bring Devouring Attrition. Keeping in mind that Devouring Attrition is multiplicative, while Overwhelming Attrition is additive. as if it's a meaning as if it's a damage mod rather than applying after the damage mods apply to the total. So yeah, have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. And remember, if you're watching my content, I know you're into it. Honey, honey. Good night.